Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. This morning we're going to be doing a brief review on the Jeep Wrangler 392. We have this thing as a loaner today because the TRX, we got the battery issue installed, or we got the battery issue fixed, and it's just going back to the shop to get some warranty work as well as just some, annual servicing. But huge thank you to Tim Marburger Dodge Jeep Ram for giving us this as our loaner today, but I figured may as well maximize the time we have with it right now, so just gonna give you guys a quick walk around. But anyways, let's get right to it. So starting off, brief walk around. Basically your standard Jeep Wrangler all throughout. This one does appear to have a winch, which I do not know if that is aftermarket or not. Again, I'm not too familiar with Jeeps, but the one key difference is this hood. As you can see, we got the 392 badge there, and we got the functional hood scoop because that big old V8 under there needs a lot of air. But anyways, around the car, got all painted fenders, painted roof, and then down here we got these beadlock wheels. Nice little bronze accent just to complement all of the other bronze accents on the car, like around the Rubicon, the Jeep, and that is signature to the 392. On the back, still got these beadlock wheels. I believe these are 35-inch tires, but overall just pretty standard Jeep. Back here we do have quad tailpipes, and for a factory car, it actually does sound very good. So we've actually found out that this thing has valves. There's an exhaust on button on the interior. So if you heard from that startup, it sounded a little bit loud on initial start, and then it quieted down. So this is with valves closed, and then we can open. Sounds really good for a stock exhaust. Moving along to the interior here, very nice with this leather, and it does have a little bit of bronze stitching. You got the Rubicon 392 on the back of the seats here. You climb up here. It's actually quite a little bit of a step. Got your little digital screen right here. Go gauges. I don't know if they're orange in just the 392, but anyways, obviously you got automatic. I do like that it is a real parking brake, and then you got your four-wheel drive controls into the center console. You got all your controls here. If you're not familiar with Jeeps, the window switches are actually in the center because as the Jeep thing, you can take the doors off. So they just wanted to make it simpler, so there's not as many electronics in the door. But down here at the bottom, you do have front and rear, or just rear, diff controllers, which is nice. And then you can put it in off-road plus mode. Again, not really sure what these buttons do. And then you got sway bar disconnect, and then all of your electronics. But overall, this does have the insulated roof, which does make it a tad quieter, but it is not, it's still a Jeep. So again, it's gonna be loud and ride rough. In the back seats, actually pretty tight back here. If I climb up, you can see my legroom isn't that much, and also my headroom is actually pretty good, but legroom, it could be worked on, but you get what you get. Again, window switches back here, and you've got two USB-A and USB-C ports, as well as a household style outlet. And then over here towards the back, got pretty decent storage space actually. If I can lift that up. Very decent storage space back here. So yeah. One other note back here with the 392, you have these gold tow hooks, but also you have this little plaque right here on the rear door, just showing, you know, the Rubicon. It is 35-inch tires. I was right about that. And then just really just some nice, cool little information about the car. Moving along to the engine bay. Now, you do not have a hood latch in the interior, but rather you have these two clips on either side, and then you just have this that you push over. But under the engine bay, you have the 392 6.4 liter naturally aspirated V8 producing 470 horsepower and 470 foot-pounds of torque, all four wheels in this car. Very fast for what it is. We haven't even pushed it yet, but and it's very theatrical in the motor too, or inside. But yeah, I mean, really you don't need any more than this in a Jeep. No, as I mentioned before, the hood scoop on this is actually functional, and you can see all of the piping for that air. So some of it goes out the back, but also some of it is redirected over here into the air filter. Alright, so change of plans. Ended up driving this thing after all. So, first driving impressions. It's a Jeep. I mean, you can't take corners like it's a normal car. You can't, I mean, you gotta be paying attention the whole time you're on the road. So you gotta constantly move the steering wheel. But one different thing is that you can just do this. So it's a little fun, especially with these paddle shifters. And we got the exhaust open right now, so we can hear it just a little bit better. But we did a little pull earlier with the valves closed, and you can still hear it like crazy. But this thing is probably one of the stupidest cars I've ever driven, just because of the motor being there, but it's still being a Jeep. But overall, it's an experience, to say the least. It's so stupid, but it's so fun. Oh my god. Alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this brief little review of the Wrangler 392. It's actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. It's a lot more theatrical as well than I thought it would be. I mean, this thing has a stock exhaust, but it still sounds insane when you step on it. And also, I was messing around with the manual mode a bit, and when you're in first gear coming down to a stop, it burbles quite a lot, even more than my Civic with the aftermarket exhaust, which I, of course, like, because I'm younger and I like this more theatrical stuff. It was also easier to drive than I thought it would be. I've driven another Jeep that had like aftermarket lift kit, wheels, tires, all of that, and I was like all over the place. This one, steering was a little bit swaying, but not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. But overall, very fun car to drive. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Ciao.